Hello everybody and welcome back to Off Campus with Lance and Asher, presented by FootJoy. I'm Asher Wildman. Doug Martin once had what looked to be a promising career on the PGA Tour, but due to a serious back injury was forced to retire and pursue other options. Now, Doug Martin is the head men's golf coach at the University of Cincinnati, and today on Off Campus, he's going to tell us how he went from competing against Vijay Singh to competing against some of the top colleges from across the country. From an early age, it looked like Doug Martin was going to have success as a professional golfer for a long time.
I figured I was a lifelong player, moving on from the regular tour to the senior tour. That was really what I had spent my entire life really preparing for from probably my early teens.
In 1984, Martin was the #1 ranked junior golfer in the country. During his college days at Oklahoma, he was a 3-time All-American. In 1995, he nearly defeated Vijay Singh in a 5-hole playoff at the Buick, but right when he was establishing himself on the PGA Tour, Martin faced something he just couldn't control.
It's a hereditary condition. It just developed over the course of time, and that evolved with developing Hashimoto's disease, which is a thyroid condition. Those two things back to back in 98, 99 were, very challenging and, really slowed me down a lot.
After nearly 2 years of rehab on his back, Martin made the tough decision to retire, but knew he still wanted to be a part of the game he loved.
To be able to live the life of these kids kind of as they're trying to get better, that's been the thrill for me. I'm not so much in it for a win-lose right now. I'm more in it to try to make these kids into, good quality individuals and the best player that they possibly can become.
In 2006, Doug Martin's next chapter of golf began as the head men's golf coach at the University of Cincinnati, and his players say the transition hasn't been difficult at all.
First and foremost, he knows how to play golf. He knows how to play the game, and you gotta understand that when he's telling you what to do and trying to get his point across, that obviously what he's done has worked, and if you want to be and play at that high of a level, you got to listen to what he's saying and buy into it.
Freshman Matt Leadham says, don't be too fooled though, because every now and then that competitive player spirit will come out.
You can definitely see the player in him when we make mistakes out there that he probably wouldn't make or wouldn't have made back in the day, and you can just kind of see him shake his head or whatever, and you kind of feel bad, but you don't feel bad, you just feel like you could help him out a little bit more, but you can't really do anything about it.
Doug Martin is now finishing up his 4th year as a collegiate head coach, and it is a job he has taken seriously since day one. Over those 4 years, Doug Martin has won 3 tournament titles, but is still trying to get the Bearcats into the postseason. As a coach, Martin has his priorities straight.
I think it's great. I think as college coaches, it's one of our responsibilities to groom these kids and prepare them for the tour. And not only from, probably not even so much from a physical standpoint, but from a mental standpoint, how they need to conduct themselves and get them to understand what the tour really is about.
If he's playing bad, he always talks about how he was resilient, could always pull out a number, and he always stresses that to us, before rounds or in the middle of rounds. You gotta pull something out of this. You gotta do something with what you got right in front of you. So being resilient is definitely the biggest thing that he's stressed to us, I'd say.
Coach Martin never complains about what happened to him during his playing career, the fact that Cincinnati only has 1 scholarship, or how his program isn't fully funded compared to other teams in his conference. Instead, he sticks to his newly adapted coaching philosophy and takes what the game gives him and is resilient when and where it counts. For Golfweek.com, I'm Asher Wildman.